Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Ted Holiday bringing you a bit of a different video today. Today we're going to do a let's talk about it. All right, and this is 100% candid. There's no script, so everything that I say is going to be honest to God, feelings, truth, my personal opinion on how I feel about patch 1.8.3. And patch 1.8.3 has created a shitstorm, an absolute shitstorm, so bad that I feel like I had to say something about it. All right, so just a brief history about me is I've been playing since the beta, so pre day one. I've seen a lot of metas come, a lot of metas go. All right, so I played from beta till about 1.7, and then I took a break, did some other things, and then I came back about 1.8.1 or 1.8.2, and I noticed that Striker was king. Striker was everywhere. PvE, PvP, Dark Zone, everywhere. Damn near everybody was running Striker, and that's fine. Well, first, before I get into that, let me just let you know now, this is more of a rant video. This is my feelings. This is not a complaint video. You won't hear me complain about a single thing in this video. All right. So everybody was running Striker, fine. You know what I mean? If somebody walks up to you and says, "Hey, I'll trade you my Ferrari for your Camry," of course you're gonna take it. All right. But the problem is that we made Striker overpowered, and how we did that was when they nerfed Nomad in a group setting, and then they made a counter for Predator. Everybody ran a Striker and said, "Oh, well, those got a big nerf, so now Predator's king," and we made it absolutely overpowered. Okay, we did that. So all you people complaining about what happened in the Striker nerf, you have nobody to blame except for the Striker users. You have no one to blame because we did that. We as a division community. So stop bitching to Massive or Red Storm, whoever's responsible for that decision, and you need to point to the Strikers. All these people who became famous off of Striker, you need to point at them and say, "This is your fault. You did this." All right. And speaking of people who became famous off of Striker, like I said, I've been playing for a long time, and I can tell you right now the number of very popular streamers I could count on one hand. And like I said, this is all unscripted. This is me just thinking off the top of my head, but I could probably name all of them on one hand. Just some of them like Wids, Marco Styles, Example, a couple more other people. But like I said, I don't have a list. This is just me thinking off the top of my head. All right. So a lot of people have become famous now that when the Striker meta became what it was. And I can tell you firsthand that these were people who got a Ferrari, but they have Toyota Camry stick skills, if you catch my drift. All right, because I've ran down on these people in the past, and they got disintegrated. 1v1 in the Dark Zone, 1v1 in Last Stand, it didn't matter. They got disintegrated. I can tell you that I bet my right nut on that. Alright? So, people are giving Ferraris even though they should have had Camrys. And a lot of people got famous. And I'm cool with that. I'm extra cool with that. Get your money on, get your notoriety, get popular. I dig it. I want everybody to be successful. But I'm telling you right now, a lot of the bitching and complaining and moaning and groaning has come from the people who relied on Striker as a fucking crutch to develop their fan base, develop their subs, or whatever the case may be. Now you will hear them bitching and complaining about it. Alright? Because the average everyday user who didn't depend on Striker, it doesn't mean shit to me. Actually, all 1.8.3 did was make it my PvP experience better. Alright? So with that being said, Striker got nerfed. It should have been nerfed a long time ago. It was our fault. It's not Massive or Red Storm's fault. It was our fault for letting it get that bad, and we forced them, the developers, to do something about it. So stop bitching. It's your fucking fault. It's your fault. Stop bitching to them about it. All right. They gave you a fucking Ferrari when you should have been driving a Camry, and they realized that you don't have that you shouldn't have been driving it. And they took it back. There's nothing you can do about it. Shut the fuck up. Alright? So now let's talk about the drop and pop. Now you can see in this video, I put my immune box down and I waited in it for 10 seconds and I popped it and I got the same goddamn heal that I would get from a drop and pop. It's not that hard. It's not that fucking hard. I mean, hell, the name, its intended use is in the fucking name of the box. It's an immune box. It's designed to make you immune from status effects. It's not a fucking burst heal box. It's not a fucking overdose box. It's not a fucking primary heal box. It's not this fucking cheesy mechanic that people have turned it into. So now with 1.8.3, its intended use has been brought to the forefront. Just like me, when I don't know what a person's running, I'll drop an immune box because they might be a predator. Or if I see a shock turret down, I drop an immune box. If I see a fire turret, immune box. That's what it was fucking for. It's not a fucking primary heal box. If you want a primary heal box, get yourself a reclaimer, right? All right. Well, what about my overdose doesn't give me that much health? Well, it's because you're in all firearms or all fucking stamina, dumbass. All right. If you want more fucking heal from your overdose or your booster shot, put some shit in electronics. It ain't fucking chess, it's goddamn checkers. Alright? So anyway, that's the immune box. Alright? Now, a lot of people are bitching and complaining about the striker, but what I've noticed since the striker nerf is that we've seen more build diversity. I've run into defense builds, I've run into alpha bridges now, I've run into other nomads, I've run into hexo builds, I've run into hybrid builds. Hell, I ran into a fucking Lone Star. Like, the build diversity is starting to boom again. This is the most I've seen since I've came back. Now, there's nothing wrong with diversity at all. Right? Nothing. So, with that being said, let me do a quick recap. Striker shouldn't have been as powerful as it was. It became powerful because of us. Stop blaming Massive. It's your fault. It's over. There's nothing you can do about it. Stop bitching or complaining. And if you don't like it, just leave the fucking game. Alright? It's over. The drop and pop, that was a cheesy ass mechanic. We shouldn't have been using it. It got fixed. And now people are bitching and complaining about it. It's a video game. If you don't like it, just fucking stop playing it. Just stop. Stop complaining because you sound and look like a fucking asshole. And you look like a goddamn crybaby. Just play the fucking game. It's a game. You win some, you lose some. You're not going to take all W's. Sometimes you're going to take some L's. Alright? It's just how it is. But anyway, so that was my personal opinion. 100% candid. If you are offended by these comments, I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, if you got any questions, concerns, comments, you know how to find me. PlayStation 4 PSN is Ted_Holiday. Alright, y'all. Peace out.